Welcome back to Shibkai, everyone. Just in, Shiba Inu will drop to about $4.00 overnight due to the final ETH merging upgrade Shib news. Shiba Inu, a meme token, has not performed well this year. Its price has dropped by almost 65%. Not only Shiba Inu, but the whole cryptocurrency market has been severely impacted by the high rate of inflation, which has led the Federal Reserve to rapidly hike interest rates. However, the upcoming introduction of an effort called Shibarium and Ethereum's much-anticipated merger are two possible catalysts that might raise the price of Shiba Inu. We shall discuss only 10 in this video. Shiba Inu will drop to about $4.00 overnight due to the final ETH merging upgrade Shiba news. Please remember to give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the channel in order to view our most recent information on expert analysis and pricing projections for Shiba Inus. Let's get the video started right now. But the second largest cryptocurrency, which is connected to the Ethereum blockchain, also saw an increase of almost 1% to tilt $1,641.00. Ethereum's consensus protocol is switching to proof of stake. On September 6, 2022, Bellatrix, the most recent Ethereum network update, went live. The Paris update, which boots off the miners to complete the integration, will come after Bellatrix. Next week, that update is scheduled to take place. Today, Dogecoin was up more than 1% at around $0.06, while Shiba Inu was up slightly at about $0.12. The performance of other cryptocurrency prices also improved today during the last day. The values of Chainlink, ApeCoin, XRP, Uniswap, Binance USD, Polkadot, Tether, Litecoin, Avalanche, Solana, Cardano, Stellar, Tron, and Polygon have all increased. If you're interested in cryptocurrency, you've probably heard about Ethereum's impending merger, which is anticipated to take place next week. With the merging, the Ethereum network will formally switch from using a proof of work process to mine new tokens, validate transactions, and produce new blocks to using a proof of stake mechanism. PWR requires miners to use their enormous processing power to quickly solve a cryptographic challenge in order to gain fresh tokens. POS, on the other hand, allows users to mine tokens and confirm transactions by staking their tokens to be placed into what is effectively a lottery system. Compared to POW, which has been criticized for its detrimental effects on the environment, EPOS is far more energy efficient. What impact does this have on Shiba Inus then? Shiba Inu was developed on the Ethereum network, which is why it is an ERC20 token. Thus, Shiba Inu is updated together with the Ethereum blockchain. Shiba Inus will now be more energy efficient, which is undoubtedly a good thing. Furthermore, by allowing Ethereum to process more transactions per second, future improvements should help reduce network congestion and in turn allow the blockchain to reduce transaction costs. Once more, Shiba Inu will undoubtedly benefit from the merger. However, given that the Ethereum blockchain is said to support hundreds of thousands of tokens, it is difficult to see how this would be very beneficial for Shiba Inu, unless it also has a significant favorable impact on all of the other ERC20 tokens. The price of Shiba Inus was largely stagnant until the end of August 2022. The price of Shib has skyrocketed since that time. One of the main variables influencing the price of Shiba Inus is said to be whale activity. Shiba Inu prices surged as a result of an increase in high volume sales. Whale activity at Shiba Inu has increased according to recent observations. Over the last 2 days, 1.11 trillion Shiba Inu tokens have been in circulation. Bears have now subsided and the price of Shiba Inu has increased gradually. An analysis of Shiba Inu's on-chain analytics showed that the increase slowed down bears and caused the Dogecoin killer token to rise. Sentiment research indicates that within the past 24 hours, the number of Shiba Inus in circulation reached a peak of 128.7 billion, and rise in Shib circulation was consistent with the rally in Shib. 7.61 trillion dormant Shiba Inu tokens went into circulation in August 2022. This rise in Shib was followed by a huge surge As a result, a possible bull run in Shiba Inu is anticipated as whales make enormous movements. The search for Bone, Shiba Inu's governance token, surged according to Google Trends data. As Shibarium's debut approaches, searches for how to buy Bone token reach a breakthrough level. Bone will serve as the project's gas token, while Shibarium is Shiba Inu's layer 2 scaling solution. As a result, Bone's use and adoption increased significantly. Overnight, Bone produced gains of 6.6% and kept rising. Crypto researcher and trader Shib, who goes under a pseudonym, is optimistic about Shiba Inus. The analyst target price for Shiba Inus is 0.00001483. At 0.1301, Shib remained above support. Despite the negative state of the industry, analysts forecasted consistent increases in Shiba Index. The last 2 weeks have seen Bone record an amazing performance. According to CoinGecko, the most independent cryptocurrency statistics tracking website in the world, Bone shibaswap's value has risen by more than 100% in the last 14 days. As of August 25th, the price of Bone was $0.00, 83.60. Over the course of 5 days, the value of Bone almost tripled due to high demand. On August 30th, 2022, Bone reached a recent high of around $2.38. After this, Bone felt a little retraction with a 24-hour trading volume of $18,257,215.00, or $18,250,000.00. Bone is trading sideways at $1.73, up 6% from the previous day. Bone support was introduced by major centralized cryptocurrency exchanges such as Bitmart, a worldwide cryptocurrency exchange located in the Cayman Islands, and Hong Kong's main exchange, L-Bank. Recently, the Shiba Inu community received a tip that one of the top trading platforms, Crypto.com, would list Bone. This week, the Ethereum merger is finally approaching. I want to stand back and briefly address some of the misunderstandings and falsehoods that have surfaced in relation to the merger. Around September 15th, Ethereum is expected to switch to proof of stake. Though it was first announced in 2020, Ethereum already has a proof of stake network called the Beacon Chain, which is not currently being utilized to process transactions. In essence, it serves as a staging location for Ethereum network computers in anticipation of the POS upgrade. In order to fully implement POS, Ethereum must combine its POW mainnet with the Beacon Chain, also known as the consensus layer. The methods used by proof of stake and proof of work to determine who is entitled to record the subsequent Ethereum transaction block are different. Similar to Bitcoin, Ethereum miners compete to publish blocks in today's proof of work POW system by racing to solve cryptographic problems. Validators who stake at least 32 Ether, or around $50,000 with the network, are chosen at random to produce blocks in the future POS system. One's chances of being chosen increase with the amount staked. A combination of transaction fees and freshly created Ether are awarded to the miner or validator who successfully completes a block in both systems. POS validators are also compensated for other network security tasks. The merger is not anticipated to affect Ethereum transaction costs. Rollups, which are third-party networks like Arbitrum and Optimism that package transactions and process them independently from Ethereum's main net, continue to be the primary remedy for Ethereum's transaction cost problems. It is hard to forecast how the merger would affect the price of Ethereum's token because there are so many unknowns and factors. For years, the Ethereum community has presented the merger as a significant advancement in the network's fundamental technology. In addition to resolving issues with the network's environmental effect, POS will include staking as a new use case for Ethereum's native Ether coin. However, there is no assurance that the merger would raise the price of ETH. The pace at which Ether is issued and distributed will also alter as a result of the merger. Compared to a year ago, cryptocurrency investing is a completely different state. Then, driving the Axie Infinity ASS USD at the Bored Ape Yacht Club was the talk of the town. Investors are now concentrating on more significant initiatives that expand blockchain's use. The expansion of the Ethereum name service, ENSUSD, and Shiba Inu is among the strongest arguments in favor of this shift. Last year's macroeconomic conditions created an ideal environment for speculative investment in the cryptocurrency industry. As a result, makers of meme coins and non-fungible tokens, NFTs, were able to take advantage of these market circumstances. As a result, NFTs frequently traded for tens of millions, while tokens like Shiba Inu experienced incredible market growth. That concludes today. To view our most recent material, remember to give it a huge thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to the channel.